Deep in the forests of Alos, the trees shift and elegant figures dance through the brush. The Rulon, or the treekin, are tall, long-armed humanoids. There are many characteristics of a Rulon. They have extended arms, nearly 80% of their height, that end in large hands with only 4 fingers. They have powerful legs with a slight backwards bend below the knee and large paw-like feet with 2 round toes. Grand horns arise from their almost human faces, with vibrant paint-like markings and wide pointed ears. Their cascading hair is thick like vines. They have a long tail, ranging anywhere from 25 to 70% of their height, that end with a flourish that resembles leaves, flowers, or fungi. Their human resemblance is a deceit, a mimicry left over from their abandoned lifestyles of luring in humans to prey on them. Looking closely at a Rulon's face reveals that their nose has no nostrils, their eyes are ever so slightly too large, their pupils thin, and jagged teeth. This humanoid form is actually the fruit of Rulon trees, or ancestor trees. Within their bodies, where a human's heart would lie, is a large seed. Once the Rulon dies, living to be an average age of around 50, their body acts as fertilizer for the seed and it grows into an ancestor tree. Alone, the tree will grow small seeds or spores to plant more mundane trees, but if a male and female plant next to each other, the roots and branches will intertwine and will produce a flower that eventually grows into a young Rulon. The Rulon have adapted to their surroundings over the aeons, developing distinct features to blend in or to take advantage of their surroundings. One such example is the pink Rulon. They hail from rainforests where they develop bright reds and violets as a predator deterrent, both in their humanoid and their tree forms. Their familiarity with the woods, even if not their native woods, has given them an ability to traverse even the most difficult terrain. Another is the arid Rulon. They hail from harsh deserts, bleaching and desaturating their colors. Though they have evolved camouflage skin that can shift to common tones of earth and sand. Their forests are a sure sign of oases and sanctuary in the deadly heat. Now the humble alpine. They have dark colors to absorb light in their polar and high-altitude landscapes. They have the fastest running speed of all humanoids on Alos, but have relatively little to their claim. Some are more extravagant and exotic, such as the tropic Rulon, a coastal variant of the Rulon. Brightly colored in an entire rainbow, tropics have become very sought after merchants, not only for their navigational skills, but simply because they draw so much attention. Deep in darkness, the spore Rulon. These were raised in dark, humid environments, primarily in sprawling cave systems. Due to their low light, they have developed an amazing sense of hearing, a surprisingly consistent culture of monster hunting and mercenary work. And last, the luminous Rulon. Their glowing blue leaves, hair, and markings come from a mimicry of toxic fireflies, which not only warded off predators, but also attracted the insects which carry spores to grow mundane offspring. These Rulon can briefly flare to blind others, though it takes a toll. As for their combined origins, the Rulon are descended from a symbiosis of trees and a parasitic fungus. It all began with this fungus, the Rulamora, that infected plants and through an undoubtedly magical process, caused them to rend themselves from the ground and walk on their roots, all the while spreading spores. Through time, the fungus changed its focus to the seeds and fruit of larger trees, allowing each host to spread the fungus further with less energy spent. The bond between plant and fungus soon became more than parasite and host. It evolved into symbiosis and eventually merged into one. The plant became capable of reason, and their offspring grew larger and bipedal, learning to make tools and create tribes. This primitive form is called the Rulite, which still wander Alos. Some grew larger, adopted mimicry as a predator tactic, and became the Rulon.